Ancient go baby, what's good guys? Yoku here, and today I want to use this video to pretty much go over the realistic progress of someone who has been casually playing the game but also still playing the game with some intent behind my decisions. For starters, you can see that my Trailblazer level is at 30, which I'm not gonna lie to you, I would really love for this to be around 40 right about now, but I was not refreshing all of my I'm still calling it resin. I'm still getting used to the actual stuff, but I'm not using my J's, right? So for those that don't know exactly what that is, basically what ends up happening is if I were to come here and I wanted to refresh my Trailblazer power, I would have to use one of these two things, whether that be my fuel or my J's. Now today, and I've been playing the game all day, I had to grind in order to get to level 30 because I was not at the equilibrium level 2 for my characters, and I needed to start getting materials and essential materials, things like that. So right now you can see that I've done 6 out of 8 of these. I am almost at 900 gems, 900 jades used, and I hate it. It pains me. It pains me a lot. Now here's the kicker though, I got really lucky on accident. I know you're like, Yoku, what does that mean, bro? You're a whale, you're a whale. I'm not. I went into this game without the whale intent in mind, but I think it's fair if I'm honest with you guys, right? I have a problem being is that I don't even want to show you guys this. Those on stream know. You guys, if you guys came to my stream on Twitch or YouTube over the weekend, you guys know I have an E2 Zila.
Ew! Dude! What the fuck?
I have an E2 Zila, and this completely, like, on one end, this is exactly what I wanted before starting the game. I wanted E1 Zila because originally, for those that don't know, E1, right, where it says Dancing Butterfly, this used to be her E1, and now this is her E1, where it increases the crit rate when dealing the damage. But now I have this, so regardless, I ended up getting what I wanted anyway, which is the E2. I'm not complaining, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I was going for Himiko or Bailu, and I got neither both times. For whatever reason, the game was just like no. And I think right now the game is just spitting out luck. The only person I've seen that has not gotten lucky is Tectone, and I feel bad for him because he's trying his best to play free to play right now, and he is not getting Zila. And the chat is just mauling him about pulling for Zila and spending money. Regardless, because this is an EO video, I also have in the night. And as you can see, I'm working on this, okay? I'm working to get this up to level 50. I'm working to get her up to the level 50, level 60. I'm leaving her like this. I was speaking with Grim, and Grim told me to pretty much do this because I'm going to be going through the overworld route. So I have a different game plan of how to get all my characters up to a certain point, and I'll be doing that throughout this week. So with that in mind, I don't actually need to save for Jingyuan anymore. I have enough tickets, I have enough currency, and whenever the banner comes out, I will be able to just go ahead and pull for him. Obviously, I would rather do that for free, but throughout this week, I am going to be using some of the jades, not all. I really just, I don't feel comfortable doing that. So I'd probably say just like 3 or 4 refreshes a day in order to try and get up to where I need to be to get my Trailblazer level closer to 40 before next week. The reason is because I really want to focus on the character growth and ascension and things like that for a team, so that I could really start practicing and utilizing the theories that I had for certain teams and how they work. Some of those I have been able to test, and you can see that right here real quick. I have been going through the simulated universe. I have been going through Forgotten Hall with what I'm available to do right now, and some of the things that I've tested are really cool, like Bronya and Zila, and the fact that with Zila and E2 Zila, in fact, I actually don't need any speed whatsoever. I hit the max number that I'm looking for in order to get my max stacks for my light cone. Bronya lets me go again whenever I need to, and then she can also buff up the rest of the team. Right now, I'm trying to replace Zila on the team with someone that's a little bit stronger, and of course, that's the thing that I'm looking for, right, is Himiko, of course. But whatever the case may be, eventually I'll get her. I'm not pulling any more on the limited banner. I can't afford it, not financially. I mean, I can't afford to get another Zila. I don't need another Zila, okay? I know that sounds weird, but I really don't need one. But coming back to the characters, something that I really wanted to drive home, and I'll do this in a separate video entirely, but I already have my team building video, but a lot of you are loving the guides, the character guides. I would love to bring more. Here's the problem, all right? I can't build these characters in order to make the guides, so they're gonna take a little longer for me to do, because for someone like March, I think this character is actually insanely strong. I mean literally out of all the free characters that you can get, all the 4-star characters, my number one is probably still Sushan. But I think as a free-to-play player, someone who is looking for the most bang for their buck, the biggest character to invest in, I think personally everyone needs to invest into March 7th. Fire MC is technically number one. This is probably the number one character I think everybody should invest into, regardless of the team that you're building on, because once you get to Forgotten Hall, you're going to get to two different things. These characters will have their own videos. Again, problem here is I don't have enough to invest into them because I'm stuck. I am stuck. I can't invest into every single character. That was something that I mentioned in my top 15 things or top 8 things that I said in the video about the mistakes, that you cannot invest into every single character from the start of the game all the way up to the point where you're essentially climbing to level 40. The resources are just not given to me that way. So I'm preparing who I'm going to be building and the main 4 to 5 characters that I'm going to build. Right now, I've been working on Zila, Bronya, Natasha, because I just couldn't get Bailu, and then Serval. And Serval is cool. I kind of alternate between Serval and Pela. What I'm thinking, hear me out. Instead of Pela, I think I'm going to alternate to March 7th. I don't need March on the Zila team though, and that's kind of the problem. I could use the Fire MC. I think Fire MC could work here, but again, this all comes down to the stuff that I'm talking about and you know, me testing things. Let me know in the comments down below, because I know a lot of you guys are getting super lucky pulling on Zila, and a lot of you guys have rerolled until you got Bronya, things like that. Let me know which you think would be the more optimal and why in the comments down below. I'm sure I can read everybody's comments and just get a clearer head on what I would want to focus on character-wise besides the main 4 that I'm playing with here. Going into the rest of the characters, right? There are characters like Don Hung. Sampo is a character that I really want to touch on, but I just can't afford to build him. This character, Xing Chi, I believe is how you pronounce her name. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think she might be hidden potential character that I really want to like push into. So I might do that. Now, here's the thing that I went ahead and I posted this in a community post. This is the second half of what I'm talking about. I have a completely free-to-play account. It's one of my accounts, my main accounts. I rolled it and I just happened to get Bailu. Okay, so I have one with Bailu, one with Himiko, and then one with the obviously content creator account that you just saw, which was the one with Serval and Zila, Bronya, things like that. Now, what I want to do is I really want to focus on using this account, but only streaming it or you know, whatever the case may be. And a lot of you seem to really enjoy that idea. The team that I'm thinking about, in order to really drive it home, to kind of work on stuff early on, would be something along the lines of using Physical MC for now, of course, or even Don Hung. I think Don Hung is actually pretty good. I think that Bailu is great. I think March 7th is great. So it's probably going to look something like March 7th way back here, and then having Bailu and then Xing Chi, and that something like this is probably what I'm going to go with, right? I like the idea of a team like this. I have shields, I have heals. Being free to play, this is going to be really important because shields are going to keep me from getting blasted on. Now with Bailu in particular, you really don't need shields, but I'll get into that in, actually I don't have to get into that. I have a Bailu guide. Bailu goes over that herself, and you guys can see that in the Bailu guide, and I kind of explain why Bailu in particular has a little bit better time without shields and using heals. So if I really wasn't going to include March 7th here, then it would definitely be another buffer or someone. So it'd probably be physical MC for more damage, or it'd be Asta for the speed control, or a little bit of speed control. But I really want to work on March 7th on this account, because again, I think March 7th and Fire MC, out of the 2 characters that are free, are easily the best in the game for anybody to invest in. That said, it is a lot of time and work for me to build into these characters. I'm announcing this, or I'm stating this now, so that you guys kind of have a forewarning of what's going on. The rest of the guides that I put out may not have my character footage. I'm gonna reach out to people in my Discord and see if they have some. I've seen a lot of friends in the Discord. You guys are killing it. Y'all have some amazing accounts. Characters are looking strong. Some of y'all are already level 40. I'm gonna reach out and ask them directly if they can provide me with some of the footage so that I can go over some of these characters here. And I think that might make it a little easier for me to produce the rest of these character guides that you guys seem to love. That stated, the character guides are gonna have a little bit of a slowdown. And a little bit of the slowdown doesn't mean that the videos are going to stop. It just means that the character guides are going to take a little bit more work for me to put out. And right now, you're going to get a lot more of my RPG side of things. I think that's a big window that some of you seem to not understand when it comes to the game, is the RPG side of things. And I'm going to try my best to explain that in video format, because to me, these things just kind of click, right? I play so many RPGs. I've played them as a kid growing up all the way to the point now where certain mechanics or certain functions, they just click. It might take me 1 or 2 tries to get the full idea of it. And then once I get it, I know how to beat it. Something about, what's that mode called? Simulated Universe, which is really cool. Actually, you know what? I'm going to save that for tomorrow's video. Biggest mistake that people seem to be making when it comes to that mode and the game in particular. Anyhow, I'm going to leave. Thank you guys for watching this video. Do feel free to comment down below all the stuff that I asked about. Like the video, comment, subscribe, join the Discord if you're cool like that. I can't say my usual outro because it's inappropriate for YouTube. Smell you later.